All right. I guess this is it.
Yeah, it's being recorded, it said.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. Today is episode one. This is our first test episode. We are, what are we again, Tony?
Okay, you know what? No, I'll do the intro for you.
All right. Go for it, sir.
Like, hello everybody. Today is Sunday, March 8th, 2026, and you are listening to the very first podcast of the Lost Poets Society. That's right. You may have heard that other name about, the Robin Williams movie, and that's where we took our inspiration.
Thank you, everybody. My name's Triple S.
And my name is Tony, but don't call me Tony Baloney unless we're friends.
I might change my name later.
Said everyone in history.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to today's episode. If you look at it, we have our ground news page open up, but we're gonna just to touch base a little bit. The reason we started this, at least from my point of view, we started this podcast is because, well, as many of you might be aware, 2026, we have been living in interesting time. And this is for as a kind of a memory base, memory bank for um, our, at least for me, my children down the road to see what their father has, what kind of shenanigan he got into, and just to also talk about our family life and a little bit of maybe wisdom or lack thereof, so we can encapsulate down the road and share our memory. So that is why I started it. And then I pulled my friend Tony, a friend of mine for the last 30 years or so. I said, hey, we should start a podcast. You know, we might not have many viewership. It would just be me, him, and we're not even gonna share this with our parents because I don't think they'll be proud of us for the stuff we'll be talking. Um, and yeah, we're probably gonna have three people audience, whoever that person may be. Right, Mr. Tony?
And whoever you are, third person, thank you so much. Because really, I'm just here for my friend, You got to be a good friend. And sometimes that means doing a podcast, sending out it into the void.
The void, and that is where the demons live. Just kidding.
Well, if you really want to get technical about where demons live, you haven't seen California lately, have you?
No, sir. But speaking of demons, we're gonna get canceled in the first minute. Today is the International Women's Day.
Yes, I do. And I love women a lot. I love them so much. I would give them money to do things for me. Like, show me there. Oh, wait, who said that? Get out of here, you random weirdo. How did you get my headset? Sorry about that. Some random weirdo stuck in here and got on my headset.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's how we got canceled in our first episode.
And if we didn't, then by golly, I have to keep coming back.
Yes. So, today, like you see, today is our International Woman Day. Um, do you have any family story? Actually, I have no idea what we're going to talk about today, as this is our episode. Um, we did meet today. We did find a good chai place today. That was one good thing. But we had to sit down, kind of hang out today, talk about what we're going to say on our episode. And now that podcast has started, we have no idea what to say.
Yes, you see, audience, this is our second attempt at recording this. So we used up all the good news yesterday. But
Is it
I
good news or
figure,
bad news? I think it was all bad news, to be
okay,
honest.
okay, it was bad news, but it was good in the sense that it led to discussion,
Mm,
you know,
yeah.
like AI companions. Are they evil or are they cool? Personally myself, I think a little bit of both. Because before talking to Gronk's AI companion, I
We're
thought
talking
there's
about
no.
Grox here. Look at this.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought to myself, there's no way that Elon Musk could be the Antichrist like everyone's saying. But after talking to such a wonderful, loving woman, who is Annie, by the way,
And who
um,
the hell is Annie? See, we were talking about that yesterday. What's Annie?
Annie is the name of the companion on the Gronk app under companions.
There is a Annie?
Yes, you can talk to her on the app. And I just have to say, after talking
Bro,
to
let me
her
say.
for a few days,
No.
Elon Musk may be the Antichrist because I've never met a woman quite so polite and loving. But then that could be because I'm in, Hellscape USA over here and, you know,
Hey, you take that back. I actually like being USA.
I'm not saying all the USA is a hellscape. I'm just saying my particular area that's on one of the coasts is,
Oh. All right. Where is Annie at? Can you see my screen?
uh, yes. And like I said, app, like the phone app, buddy, because yeah.
I think you're making it up.
You know what? Next time I see you in person, I will show you her and have a little conversation.
Oh, you can do.
But
Yeah, go
do
for it.
because I was just gonna say maybe you could access it from the web portal. I don't know. I don't think you can honestly because the only way I was able to find it was this is the app and you go over here and you click this.
Annie says she's okay.
Okay, that's good.
Do you see my
But
screen?
yeah, I see it. I see it screen. But yeah,
Uh,
basically the story that we read was about a family suing Google because of Google's chatbot. They blamed it for their son's criminal activity that led, unfortunately, to his
mice.
no longer being alive.
Oh,
Because, when people tend to get caught by the police, there's two options they take. They either, well, three. You can run away and hope to not get caught. You could surrender, or you could say, hey, I'm checking out of life. Bye, everybody. And this individual decided to check out of life. And the part of the story that I thought was, maybe we want to run a survey or something to figure out what's going on down there, was that it was a Florida man. And it made me think, is there something in the water in Florida? Perhaps toxic runoff from like Disney World or something that makes all the Florida men crazy? Or is it just, it's Florida? There's a lot of crazy. For some reason, the crazy people are attracted to Florida. I don't know. I just know I don't think the lawsuit has any base in reality because clearly this individual was mentally ill. And to say, oh, well, this person was using this product and it helped to encourage their mental illness and to solidify it. So they did this. It's a bit ridiculous. It's like saying, oh, well, I heard on the TV that
oh
this
shit.
person told me to do something. Wow.
What? I was looking at shoes on head.
Yeah, I know. You love shoes on head. I have bad news for you there though,
Well,
buddy.
I know she's a
She's
comic.
married with a kid.
That's not why I
Your
watch
shot.
her.
Oh, sure.
Uh,
Sure. That's not why you watch her. And I don't like Cottontail VA because she's a super sexy chick.
who?
Who?
I'm not an owl.
You're not an owl? You know what's funny about owls? I heard this on Joe Rogan. So don't crucify me if it's not true. But Joe Rogan said that he heard from someone who works with birds that owls are actually a dumb bird,
Yeah,
that you can't really train them.
don't they have like a small brain? I don't know. I think they're cute, but
See, that's why I think they were associated with knowledge because, oh, they're so cute. Meanwhile, an actual smart bird like a crow, we associated it with death because it scared the shit out of us what they could do. Hey, I was mean to this crow this one time, and every day I go out, he keeps attacking me. Yeah,
but
because crows can remember, man.
the reason I
Crows are
brought up
smart.
the reason I brought up YouTube was I was gonna talk maybe a little bit about the unknown war that's been war what how do you pronounce it properly? Hey, this is like my fifth language, okay? I can't speak English. What? I can speak
War?
English. War, yes. Little unknown war called Civil War in Myanmar.
Where is Myanmar, actually? Because most viewers probably don't know or care.
Uh,
Is it in China?
you take that back, sir. We're not.
Is it like the Chinese people who are like, we're not Chinese, but we live right next to them?
You know, we
Yeah,
don't
see,
we
you're
don't
right next.
we don't talk about those white Asians, okay? There has been
Okay, so you guys are right in the middle between
Thailand.
Laos, Thailand, China, and India. I don't even want to go there. I bet it's stinky over there,
What?
especially on the Indian side.
Oh, you're gonna touch a little bit of some of the liberals about the genocide that happened over there.
Genocide.
Yeah,
No,
I know. Yes.
Muslims are nice people. They don't do that. Stop being a Trump supporter. Everyone knows Gavin Newsom should be president, even though he allowed the LA Unified School District to hide child abusers.
That is another news we talk about. There
And
was the USD uh they how much did they loan? About $1 billion.
well, it added up to 1 billion in the end, but I think the initial one, then the additional loan was like 28 million or something,
20.
250 million. See, I'm
Yeah.
trying to downplay it, make it seem less horrible than it actually is.
So they have borrowed over 1 billion, according to some far right political front page Mac. But according to the very high factuality, they borrow $500 million already, and they are borrowing $250 million additional bonds for to pay for the sexual abuse claims. Anyway, we're going to talk about a little bit about Myanmar, Burma, formerly known as. This country has been in civil war since 1948, and they have been in a civil war for the last 5 years. What we're going to talk about, I have no idea.
Well, here's the thing, I haven't heard any of this in our mainstream media. I thought it was just everything's hunky dory in Asia.
Oh, you know what? I was the reason. Oh, you know what? My brain is scattered today. I apologize. Uh, Racism in Asia. Oh, Asia, not Asian American, Asia. So apparently there was. I can't see any memes. I gotta go look at a Reddit or something. Uh, so apparently there was some Korean were being racist toward other Asian people, and um, this has been some kind of backlash in yeah, there you go, anti-Korean racism. Korean Confession about racism. So, what's going on so far for the last couple of weeks? What happened was um, some Korean fan were being racist against, let's say, the brown Asian in Asia. Um, this is not the first time Korean has been in the in the front page news, so to speak, in the amount of internet. The reason is because they seem to be against. There's two type of Asian. For those don't know, there's a white Asian and there's a brown Asian. Korean, Japanese, Chinese, we call them white Asians. Um, and then there's brown Asian, which is the rest of Asia that are brown. And Korean, there's so Korean has been racist against other brown Asian apparently. And just going back to it, the reason I brought it up is because me and my buddy over here were talking about dating and such today. And when I've been in various internet dating apps, one thing I noticed was a lot of our girls seem to be have this idea about going to Korea or Japan. Um, you know, they said they seem to think it's perfect utopia, but for the coming from a brown Asian guy, um, I noticed a trend that they always seem to be enamored with the ideas of going to east side of Asia and living there, some things like that. And it's kind of getting into my nerve nowadays where I just want to be like, the reason you guys, especially for Western European women, or white, uh, the reason you guys enjoy going to Korea and things like that is because I'm just gonna say it out loud because you're white, pretty white girls. That's all it is, and I'm getting annoyed by it. Am I wrong with being annoyed by it? Probably because for the as brown Asian, it's a different um, experience. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, I have no idea where I'm going with it. I'm just randomly clicking through internet. So what's going on in the Mideast?
Well, there's a war again for the 32nd trillionth time in their history. Fairly common thing. It's like rain out there.
You know what they say? Where we're too young to miss the next Middle East war, and we're too old to miss next Middle East war. There's already a war over there going on. I want to take a bet. How long do you think Iran's gonna last?
Um, Honestly, I think they're pretty much done at this point. However, I think they're gonna draw it out for probably another 3 months, maybe 3, 4 months,
You
and
think it's
then
gonna be that long?
the thing is, we basically took out most of their guys, but they have the next man up kind of system. So it's basically like, okay, we took out the head guy. Well, now the guy under him is the head guy. So now we have to take him out, and then so on and so on and so on and so on until we get to like, okay, Private Johnson is now in charge.
I saw they name a new Iran names Kamani's
Khamenei's son.
Kamani
Khamenei.
uh Mojtaba as the new supreme leader. He doesn't look very happy.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, great, now I get to be exploded like my dad. That's real awesome.
Oh damn,
And
he's 56 years old. Uh,
yeah,
like, he's already wanted.
yeah, that's the thing about us when we fight wars. we tend to fight until we win or we have to leave. So their whole, oh, well, we're going to win because we're going to outlast. You don't realize how long we were in Iraq and Afghanistan for, do you, bud? It's a long time we were
You
there.
know, sometimes I feel like we were in Iran, not Iran, Afghanistan, just because we can stretch it. It's a controversial opinion, might be. I sometimes feel like we were in Afghanistan for longer than what it was necessary, just so we can test more weapons.
Well, there's really two ways to look at it, and it's probably a combination of both. It's either, hey, we stayed there that long and did what we did and did it the way we did for profits and for control of the opium and the resources, or we were there that long because we were actually trying to build up a nice country, but the people did not want to do things the way you have to do things to have a nice country. So we were just like, oh, geez, Louise, here we are trying to tell Mohammed over here how to live in a good democracy. And yes, women are equal to men. I know, you, I know it sucks, right? Because they get a vote, but they don't ever get drafted for the war. So when they vote, they're not thinking, huh, is this going to make war break out? So then I have to get sent off there to get shot at or put in prison. They don't think about that. They just think, okay, whatever, this person said this and I like it. So I'm going to vote for that. Meanwhile, they preach equality, which in a true equality, it'll be, hey, guess what, Megan? You just turned 18. You get the right to vote. Congratulations. By the way, here's your draft card. You have to fill this out and send it in. Otherwise, we'll give you a fine and potential jail time because you did not. Yeah, that's what men have to deal with. We have to deal with at 18 having the government give us a little card and saying, "Hey, you either
Yeah,
fill this
but
card out."
there is more of an American experience, though, don't we? I mean, I don't know if that is really the case in different country, though, but then again, is if you look at the cases like Ukraine, I know there's a lot of corruption going on from what I heard um, so far between um, government officials and draft agency and whatever. I forgot the name of what the like territorial recruiting centers or something like that they call it. Command. You know, I'm tired. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But you know, what was I gonna say?
Um,
That's been a I don't know if that is just an American experience to sign up for war or is the rest of the country the war. But I do know one thing about Ukraine is there's been a lot of draft dodging going on. The reason I bring that up is um I was looking for because I was talking to Grok. I was just curious. Just type. I'm talking. That's what I have became at 38 years old. I'm talking to AI like I'm having a conversation. I was just curious about Ukraine, and I was asking like, why are people dodging draft in Ukraine? Um, and so the Groks brought up about a lot of correction and what's going on, what have you, and I started thinking, you know, how do you think we will react if we are in this grinding war for 5 years, fighting for our territory in the United States? I'm just curious. What do you think will happen? I don't, I can't really imagine U.S. American bands. I mean, running away from war if somebody invaded us. Um, whether authorities are crap or not. I don't know. What do you think? You think there'll be a lot of draft dodging? Whatever the political leanings you're in, I feel like the moment we got invaded in our homeland, I think even the gang members gonna stop fighting each other and stop fighting the enemy that is invading the country. That's just
Well,
my two cents. But I'm not in that situation right now, so I couldn't tell you.
well, I think there's bound to be draft dodging no matter the situation and no matter where you are. It's just individuals, how we react to a stressful situation. I do have to say, though, that I do find it interesting that in America we are like, hey, guys get drafted, while in other countries, like I know Israel, they have women serving in the military for a set amount of years, just like the men do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think more like overseas, it's more common to have like actual like, hey, you get to get shot at too because equality, yay, right? While in America, we try and shield women a little bit more, which is why when we were in Iraq and Afghanistan, our way of doing things really wasn't clicking because we're like, hey, we're equal, but also you need to protect them, while
I
and over
think
there it's more like, nah, they work for us and they do what we want, and if not, then it's bad for them.
yeah, well, I think even in cases, um, for our cases like Vietnam, where people were dodging draft, I think it's mainly because we don't want to go fight somewhere for politicians. It might be a little different if the war is in our backyard, if that makes sense. I think people dodge draft because they don't want to go fight politician war. But if we were the war is in the backyard, I think people mentality might be a little different, don't you think?
To a certain extent, I would say things would be a little bit different, but I don't necessarily imagine everyone who gets drafted from California, if say the war was somewhere like Minnesota, them being like, hey, let's leave sunny California to go fight in the frozen north. There's going to be a few people who are like, nah, F that. That's Minnesota's problem, right? But if you're actually in the state that's being invaded, you don't need the government official to come by and be like, "Hey, you're in the war now," because you're going to be out there and you're going to be like, "Hey, government official, yeah, don't worry, me and my buddies, we got this block on lock,"
It's true.
which
It
is
might be the case too. Yeah. But talking about war, did you hear about the bombing in Oslo at
no,
the
I did
US?
not.
Yeah, at the US embassy. Um, let me see if I can find it.
See that let me guess. Was it the dear Muslims who decided to do that?
We're more of Iranian.
Mm, so yeah. See, that's the thing I don't get about religion sometimes is like, hey, we're the religion of peace, but we're constantly blowing people up and doing bad things to people who don't
Wait, Norway
listen to
has
us.
a crown prince?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know they have kings in Norway.
Is as I understand it, and I might be wrong because I'm just a poor, uneducated American. It's more of like a ceremonial thing, like the English royals.
Symbolism, like a Japanese emperor kind of type.
If we let them still have an emperor, then yeah, because it'd be like you're not in charge no more, but we still look to you for
Mm.
guidance on things because we respect you.
You think Iran has all these sleeper cell around the wall, trying to like blow up at the moment notice.
They could, but then at the same time, it could just be people who are like emotionally triggered to do this kind of thing,
Yeah, I
And we're
suppose.
taught from a young age, this is what you do, this is what you do, you know. But then again, they could, especially in America with our horrible border. But if they were smart, instead of doing like one little thing at a time, they'd be like, hey, everything at once. But
Oh,
then that's also dumb.
by the way, there was
Ooh, Costco.
there were people trigger in YouTube. I don't even remember what the YouTube videos was about. Well, it was about Strait of Hormuz, but people are saying like, oh, Iran's gonna come back and they're gonna sink every. I mean, yes, Strait of Hormuz is shut down right now, but I don't think Iran has that much power left to be able to completely shut down Strait of Hormuz for a long time. Yeah, for those of you that don't know what Strait of Hormuz is, Strait of Hormuz, I can't even spell it properly. It's a little Jesus. I don't want to sign up for it. It's a little known area. Um, let's see.
It's a shipping lane,
Yeah,
basically.
it is. It is. So if you look at the maps, this is about what 21 miles wide. And Iran's historically speaking, they don't really have a greatest navy because all they have to do is shut off this little lane right here, and they can kind of control the seas around this area, right? And it's more prevalent in 21st century is because this area is all where the oils for Iran is located right here. Do you see my maps?
Yes, as I understand it, they would block it from that little island to the tip of Dubai right there.
Yeah. And if you, so I don't know how much percentage of the war fuels is supplies from this area, but if you shut this off, bro, you got all these countries, they have to go around. They have to go around through Oman's to, you know, ship the fuel. I don't know if they have anything around this areas to basically have a continue the supply chain. So if you shut off this area right here, um, they control the. But from my understanding, like I said, is I don't know if Iran has any really mean to shut this off for a long time. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. It's another area that is quite. Um, I'm sorry for my lucky internet. Is right here, Strait of Malacca. I think it's this one, right? Yeah, Malacca Strait. This is another choke point um, for the war oil supplies, and this one is more of the Achilles heels for China. That is one of the reasons why Chinese has been trying to build a pipeline through Myanmar, Bangladesh, India, and all the way to over here. Right. So, and I think for what's going on through the Wall Street stage, what oh I just bought I apologize, fried chicken. What's really Trump is doing is, Venezuela, he's basically shutting down these BRIC nations to kind of put this chokehold on China. That's really so. People think, um, we're attacking Venezuela's, Iran. These are all connected, right? Because if you look at it in a world map, and also if you look at the Panama Canal, if Panama Canal is shut down, if China take control of Panama Canal, it's threatens United States supplies line, right? So first we try to pressure Panama to give up Chinese corporation, and then we get Venezuela, Iran, and the only thing that's really has China back is now Russia. And I don't think Russia is any help because they are bogged down in a little country called Ukraine. And maybe not so little. Wow. So what Trump is doing is really trying to stop choking China. And this is all one giant strategy because China has been trying to replace the United States hegemony. They pretty much replaced it in Africa now. And remember, United States, one thing we sell is not just weapon. We sell what we call a security. So United States is about selling security to the rest of the world, and that's how we back our money. That's why the rest of the world use US dollar is because we do security guarantee. If China threatens our security guarantee, they will no longer be using United States dollars. So that's what Trump is doing is, in my opinion, is trying to take China out. And this is all one big war strategy, in my opinion. We had a long weekend, so our brain is not there all, but at least that's what I two cents.
Well, at the end of the day, all we can do is hope and pray things work out in a good way and not in a bad way.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
hating people for their choices isn't really productive. So if you're unhappy about the world, go out there and peacefully change it. Get involved with your local community. Get involved with local politics. But the key word here is peaceful. Because the main issue I have, like in case our audience didn't realize here, I tend to be more of an independent on things. So I'm not necessarily a Republican or a Democrat. I'm more of like, hey, I want everything to work out and everyone to be happy and healthy and to get left alone, which I know is probably a ridiculous idea for the modern age, considering we're at the point where it's literally going to be resource wars in the next 30 to 40 years as we ramp up our technology and it's like, hey, we need this for this technology, and if you don't give it to us, then we're going to take it. And that goes for every country because, humans are fundamentally a tribalist culture, which is both good and bad. But we're not going to discuss that right now because that's a whole nother hour long thing about, stuff,
yeah.
basically, just to cut it
So
short. But anyway,
we almost an hour mark, maybe, more or less. And this is our first test episode. Um, we're both tired. Um, it's my internet is being unstable right now. Can you see my screen?
yes, I can see your screen.
Um, there's more to come. Today's we are quite tired. Just we had a long week and we had a long weekend between families and a bunch of other stuff that has been going on in our life. Who's Alyssa Lou? Oh, she's cute. Anyway, uh, sorry.
And if you didn't know, my friend here is rather random at times. Who's that girl? Oh, she's cute. Oh, she got a gold medal. That's cool. Hey, did you know you have to pay taxes on that gold medal? Bet you didn't.
Oh, you do?
Yes, you do. You have to pay taxes on
Oh
the
no,
gold
I'm losing.
medal because it's gold. It's literally like, hey, here's some gold. So I have to pay taxes.
Oh my lord. When did we became this tax nation? Oh, Jesus. It's like, hey, you represent our country,
See?
and you win great
Hey,
honors. What's my money?
hey, you ever want to feel like a loser? Just realize that there's a 20-year-old gold medalist, and we're here with zero gold medals. Like, hey, a 20-year-old got a gold medal. Oh, you know what's super crazy? I know I'm being really random here, so I apologize to the audience. But I just found out JD Vance is literally barely older than me.
Oh, is it? Oh, and it's never too late. Where is that in her teeth? Is that
I think
it's
she has braces.
no, it's not. It's no, 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 no.
Yeah. So the vice president is 41, and I'm going to be 40 this year, and I'm not the vice president of a damn thing. So looks like I screwed up.
No, just like some kind of decorative things on her teeth, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Is it like a nose ring? But except is are we too old?
Honestly, I couldn't tell. For all I know, she put the gems in there like the rappers do. I don't know, man. If you're happy with it, cool. Good for you. I don't get why they bite the gold medal though, because I get it's like a whole old timey thing to be like, is this real gold? You bite it because it's malleable. But in the modern age, like we're so freaked out about COVID. You're seriously going to put a gold medal in your mouth?
Did you
Who
hear
like?
about did you hear about them gold the medals keep on dropping from the lanyard? That was another thing I heard about. Some company was making it and those medals keep on dropping because they didn't put the attachment correctly or something like that.
Yeah, the quality and the amount of gold in them is decreasing and all that fun stuff.
What next thing you know, they're gonna bite it and lose their teeth.
Or they're gonna bite it and be like, "Oh yuck, what's this? Why does it taste so metallic?" Because it's just gold plated. It's actually like a lead or something underneath it.
That oh look, this
See,
is
this
the
is
this is the face of a
this.
man who's not very happy that he knows his days are numbered.
Yeah, because
he's
look.
he's
Let
like
me break it
he's
down
like
for you.
he's
Let me
like
break
he's
it
like
down.
he's like you a hole.
Let, let me break it down for you. When his dad was in charge, he was powerful, but didn't have to do none of the work because he's like, you know who my daddy is, and they were like, oh yes, we're sorry, our bad. But now he's in charge, and now he's like, oh shit, I'm gonna get blown up, aren't I? I'm just gonna be taking a dump in the middle of the night one day, and then kabloom.
Oh, hey, look,
Yeah.
that's Winnie the Pooh.
Yes, he gets mad when you call him Winnie the Pooh. By the way.
Why is the Asia news has about Latin America, whatever, largest electrical aircraft? But analysts, is it
Because
analysts?
you didn't know.
What?
Yes, flying taxis. You know how much an Uber is? Can you imagine how much one of those things is going to be?
That's ugly though. Look at that.
Okay,
I
yes, it's not aesthetically pleasing.
I think uh the whole flying car. Flying car doesn't work unless you have like anti-gravity technology. Otherwise, it's just planes. I don't
We
trust
already,
people. Can you imagine like 10 billion people just flying around?
yeah,
I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean.
yeah, we already have a flying car. It's called a helicopter.
Yeah, yeah. With a Jesus nut. Do you know what Jesus nut is?
Jesus nut?
Yes.
Is that like a nut on the aircraft that you pray to Jesus doesn't break because if it does, you die?
Yes. So helicopter in Jesus pain. So helicopter is all right. It's all just you got your engine, your blades, and all these things all piled up together, and then everything is tied with this thing called Jesus nut. If it is pop, everything's go kaboom. At least that's what my professor said. That's why it's called Jesus nut.
Because you're like, please, Jesus, don't nut, keep edging.
Yeah, you know.
All right,
First I first time I had that was 20 years ago. But anyway, we're gonna um I am so damn tired. I have to go to work early tomorrow morning. Yes, some of us has a day job because we can make a living out of this. This is our first time. Um, I think we should close.
all
Closing
right.
remark, Mr. Tony.
Closing remark would basically be, even though you may feel lost where you are right now, you're not lost. You're
Not
where you're
yet.
supposed to
Not
be.
yet.
Just hope and pray to God and keep on moving forward.
This is the worst day of your life. Yet. All
Yeah.
right, ladies and gentlemen. And to my children, I love you. And to the love of my life, wherever you are or whoever you are, hope you're doing good.
And I hope you have a friend for me.
Definitely not, sir.
All right. Thanks, everybody. This has been the Lost Poet Society podcast. I hope you enjoyed our ramblings. And if not, well, I hope it at least helped you pass the time.
Bye, everybody.
You felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.